All right, so I am jealous of Shannon. I've done this story many times, and it is such a blast. It is race weekend for high school students who learned to plan, design, engineer, and build road-worthy solar cars.
Yeah, the Solar Car Challenge back at Texas Motor Speedway. That's where we find Fox 4's Shannon Murray this morning with the fun story of the day. Shannon, I look forward to this event every year.
Yeah, and you know, it had to be canceled last year because of the pandemic, so everyone's really excited that it's back here. And the students just pulling in here this morning. We've got a team right behind us from Plano. There are teams from all over the country here today. We also have a team on the other side of us who's from Washington State. So people come from all over for this competition. It's a huge deal. It's been going on for 25 years. We're here right now with Mackenzie Becker, who is the spokesperson and also a former racer, so you know what's going on here very well. Tell us, first of all, just what the students are doing right now. They're just pulling in and getting started for the day.
Yeah, of course. Solar car racing starts bright and early for teams here at Texas Motor Speedway. So right now, teams are just slowly getting checked in and pulling up into the garages and unloading and unpacking to prepare for the day ahead of them. They've got a lot of work to go, so getting set up is always the best way to start your day.
As a former racer, talk about how hard these students have been working and the effort that goes into preparing for the Solar Car Challenge.
Oh, it is so hard to even begin to put into words just the unparalleled challenges and real-world experience you really have to apply to get these cars up and running. Many teams spend sometimes years just getting cars together, and there are teams all over the nation trying to work to get here. You have to battle obstacles, challenges, teamwork, all kinds of things that come your way, and it's truly, truly incredible to see what teams come up with from a creative standpoint just to be able to get here and be able to race.
So the first few days will really be the safety checks, looking at the cars, going over everything, getting it ready. The racing begins on Monday. Tell us how this works and how does a team win?
Sure thing. So once the race begins, we release all the teams out on the track, and naturally their biggest goal is to complete as many laps as they can during the allotted times we race. So this is a length competition in terms of how far can we go. For many teams, this is a pretty intense strategy between how fast can we go and how much energy can we pull and still have without running out and breaking down on the track. So over the course of 4 different racing days, teams will accumulate laps, and at the very end, we will announce our winners for which division they race in and kind of see who we can award and congratulate for this year. But ultimately, all teams are obviously very congratulated for just making it here, as it's truly a challenge in itself just to be able to race in the beginning.
Clearly, we have our masks on right now. We had to undergo, temperature checks, health screenings coming in. You show your vaccination card or do a COVID test. Last year it was such a bummer. This event had to be canceled. You guys are back though, but there are a lot of safety precautions in place for these students and all of the teams who will be here.
Of course, and safety is always the biggest priority here at Solar Car, whether it be with the cars themselves or the students. Naturally, when you bring students in from all over the nation in different areas, the biggest concern is just making sure we can be here safely. So we've undergone quite a rigid protocol for COVID this year, and with the help of the dedication of everybody coming out here and participating, we're very excited to be here and to be able to put on this race. Keeping our masks on, making sure we're safe and healthy, but being able to race and enjoy what we're so passionate about.
So the next few days, as I mentioned, will be the safety checks, then the racing starts on Monday, and people can actually watch that. Mackenzie will be hosting a live stream. People can check that out, or they can even come sit in the stands and watch from above. Brandon, Hannah. So there are ways to get involved as a spectator as well. And I have to brag on Mackenzie because she's a former racer. She's also a college student right now at Purdue, an engineering student. She's an intern at Tesla. She is so impressive, and I mean, just doing a great job out here. And she really knows her stuff. So I want to give her some kudos there.
Yeah, and Purdue has a good engineering program. So congrats to her. Congrats to those students. I mean, the work that they do is
is a lot of work.
Very impressive, and cool for them to be at Texas Motor Speedway too. I mean, what a fun experience.